Please tell me a little bit about like your experience and what you have that are truly transferable skills for this particular role.
Hopefully I'm not breaking up because you broke up a little bit, but I have 19 years experience. All of my roles have been customer service related. I have a lot of phone experience and email, a lot of correspondence with whether it's homeowners or potential patients, um, via phone, via email, via chat. And I also previously, it's not on my resume, but I did mention it in my cover letter. I did work for a steel building company, and the role was very similar. Basically, I was support for the sales team. I was the contact to the customer post sale. I would be the one sending out the contract. I was also the contact to our vendors because it was a private label company. So I would be in contact with the vendors. I also would be in contact with shipping because some of the steel buildings would go to the actual to an island. I would be in contact with the shipping company, the freight company. So I was basically the contact for the sales team, the customer, the vendor, and it was basically just managing all of that. And my role at Pulte Group was very similar. I had contacts with homeowners, with vendors, also with the team in the field. And it was always prioritizing to see what needs to get tackled first and just keeping everyone informed. And so I think those skills are highly transferable. And once again, even if it wasn't in the construction industry, all of my roles have been customer service related by phone and by email and basically being a contact.
How long were you working for the steel company?
I worked for the steel company for, I want to say, a little over 3 years. I'll admit it was a little over a decade ago, but it was over 3 years.
Yeah. What did you enjoy about that? Because since you did bring it up, you obviously still remember that experience there. So what did you enjoy about working for that company and why did you end up leaving after 3 years?
I do believe that I liked every day was a little different. There was different just aspects to it. I think my favorite part was the technical part of it because it was architecture basically and plans and building plans. And also I had contacts now that it's all coming back to me. I would also have to be in contact with building and zoning and planning departments to get
Mhm.
information as far as it's a lot of the places that we sold to were in Florida. So to know the wind rating, I believe, I would need to know the building code and a few other pieces of information, which I don't remember. And why I left, to be honest, I'm not really sure. I don't remember. It was a little while ago,
Okay.
but I do know that I left on good terms.
Okay. Now, if we were to talk to them or any of the other employers that you've had, what are two or three things that they would say about you as an employee?
So one of the things I'm proud about with Pulte, I started there in 2022. In 2023, I had already received an award, my Extra Mile Award. I actually have it.
Oh, that's so cool.
Um, and so I'm very proud of that. And I'm also, just in general, I think that that's what I'm known for. I'm known to go the extra mile. I do go above and beyond. I do believe in doing a good job. I don't like to leave people hanging. And a lot of the times it's just, again, just doing the job well,
Mhm.
which in turn, you don't leave people hanging because you're doing a good job. And I think that's unfair to do that to people who are, expecting a service. It only makes sense that you want to do your best.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Now, what are some of the maybe softwares or systems that you're familiar with and that you've used in previous roles?
Well, I'm definitely a fast learner, and if it's a system I haven't worked with, I'm sure I can pick it up. But I've used Salesforce, I've used Dynamic 365, definitely Microsoft Office Suite. Outlook is a go-to, of course. And I definitely use that as far as my systems go when it comes to like prioritizing. And I've used, of course, again, all of Microsoft Office Suite, whether it's Teams, Outlook, Excel. And again, the most common CRMs that I've used is Salesforce and Dynamic 365.
Mhm.
But again, if it's not one of those, I'm sure I can pick it up easily.
What was the extent of your experience with Excel? Was it just simply data entry? Were you creating reports? Were you downloading reports? Do you have experience with pivot tables, VLOOKUPs, or what would you say is your extent there?
I would say it's intermediate. I would do pivot tables, but honestly, I'm the type to learn and how to do things the most easily, and there's options just by right clicking that you can just figure out how to do a pivot table from the options that they give you and go from there. So I definitely learn the easiest and quickest ways to do things, and I know I'm able to. And if it's something I don't know how to do, which happens a lot, and that's why I believe I am intermediate, and it was all because of the research I've done to become at least intermediate in Excel, because I am going to look things up and find out how to do them.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Dalisa. I really appreciate your time and all of the feedback and information you provided.
Awesome. Thank you so much.